carry on the field. Kinda drip is a skill. It's the highest cruise a bill. Ain't nothing just to heal. With a stiff arm, spin move, in zone, scope. Scope for sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off, and go. I had to kick off, and with a stiff arm, spin move, in zone, scope. Scope for sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Jets. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. Christian McCaffrey, and he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a run with McCaffrey, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Called out a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, Jones. He's going to find his receiver, Chris Moore. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Agnew now to return. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
Their own 23-yard line.
They run the counter. Samuel, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
The tackle made.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Simpson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
A gain of a yard.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
To throw on third down. Simpson. Open man is Samuel. Complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. Now they go for it on fourth down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll get this to Ruggs on the Jets sweep. And the ball is knocked out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
and it is cold,
it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the slip. Watch the slip. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check 31. Check 31.
And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. Now this time he'll look to throw. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
At the 35-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1.
Quarter with no score.
Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all them calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A tackle made there by Takk McKinley.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
To throw on 2nd down, Simpson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 21. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Hill going to keep it on the option. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down. They'll run here with Akers. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now here's the option play going left. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They run the counter. Samuel, he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And down to the 19-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 45 yards. Nothing fancy there. A little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut as you described and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Operating from the gun, Simpson. He's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 2nd down, Samuel, and he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Curtis Samuel with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Olivier Vernon able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because The way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Check four. Watch the screen. Pass.
Looking to throw on second down. Simpson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. Here's the Jets punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That's taken it around the 40. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game. And we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running out to the field. And now the defense has to trot out there and try and slow them down.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
10 at the 43-yard line.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. DeMarcus Walker there on the stop.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
To throw on second down, Simpson. This is Shenault on the receiving end. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
From the gun, Simpson. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Jonathan Jones.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
this one is right down the middle. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
At the 25-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Jones taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Mecole Hardman, 75 yards. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. And it's 17-7.
Makes the score Jets 17. Jaguars 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll run on first down. Samuel. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 3. Reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Check 26, check 26. Safe.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
.44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And it's fielded at the 34. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. A gain of 6 there on first.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Jaguar, first down.
From the gun, Jones. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
On 1st and 10, Simpson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Khalil Mack able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
On 2nd down now, Samuel. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Down and long.
Mike 54. Wildville. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here it comes. Ready to work. Go now. Mike 54. Panther 60. Check.
They'll keep it on the ground. Samuel. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20. Go down, baby. All the way in. Touchdown, New York. Curtis Samuel saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end of their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. That catch good for only a couple. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Throw left side complete. It's Moore. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down, Jacksonville.
From the gun, Jones. Again, he finds Moore. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd down.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Olivier Vernon in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
3rd down. 3rd and 12.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down. Picking up Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Kenny Clark able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his third interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
At the 27-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
Number 4.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and
They'll keep it on the ground. Samuel, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Let's go. 19 Tiger.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And he'll have a Jets first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Jets. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.